Yo, what is going on? It's your boy James, aka the Comic Raider, and I am here for a movie haul video. Picked up a couple movies recently, so I figured why the heck not? Let's just go ahead and show them off here. So, we'll go in order that I got them. So, this one is a birthday gift from my boy Johnny. Thank you, thank you. This is amazing. So, he got me the Small Soldiers 4K Steelbook, and I just love this. This is a childhood classic right here, with the X1000 on the back of the steel book, and I just think that the design of this is just perfect, freaking perfect. On the inside, let's go ahead and get rid of that code there, but you'll see it's double-sided, so major chip hazard is going to be here underneath the discs. But I really like that. I like the whole chip right there again. So, pretty cool, decent interior. I mean, obviously not the greatest, but I really do think that this outer, the shell is just top tier. This is incredible. And, it's just a movie that I love. It was funny. It was awesome. I have the toys. It just, everything about it. If you haven't watched this movie's ahead of its time, dealing with like artificial intelligence chips and what happens when you use that kind of stuff. And obviously that's a big thing that we're in right now. So it's great and way ahead of its time. Definitely check that out if you haven't. Next, and again, thank you, Johnny, for the birthday gift on that one. Next, I went to, Johnny and I went to Mad Monk. It is a, I don't even know, it's a store that just has vintage stuff. So, I mean, they've got like a whole section of vintage clothing. Half the store is vintage clothing, actually. And then they have tons of CDs. I mean, whole aisles of CDs. You can also get records. Or like vinyl records. You can also find tons of movies there, mostly like VHS and DVD kind of stuff. There is some Blu-ray, and then there's like a super small section of 4K, maybe some Steelbooks, but it's mainly going for older stuff. And whether that be like actually vintage or even, just the DVD era of stuff. And so check that out. I was not trying to spend a ton of money here, but I went in with a few things that I wanted on my mind. I'm a snob when it comes to movies and stuff in regards to what I want to buy and collect. And what I mean by that is I want whatever's the newest medium. So now I rarely buy Blu-rays. I want 4K. That's what's out. That's what I want. So I will get something on Blu-ray if I feel like maybe it's not collected in 4K and I don't want to wait for it to eventually get released and I just have to have it on Blu-ray, sure. But like, I'm a 4K snob and I really like Steelbooks too. So that's the preferred. Then 4K. I'll get a Blu-ray if I have to. But DVDs, I don't do DVDs anymore. And I don't care. I don't do DVDs anymore. I will make an exception, and the exceptions for me are mostly comedies. Like, comedies were definitely on DVD. The ones that I am interested in getting were on DVD at that time, and like, I'm good with owning it on DVD. I think because it's a comedy, and so I don't really care what the quality looks like. I just want to hear the comedian. So I went in for some comedy stand-ups, and then there was a compilation DVD that I remembered from my childhood that I really wanted. So let's get into it. I got the Cat Williams, The Pimp Chronicles Part 1. I know they have Rasputin stickers, but this is not Rasputin. Again, it's called Mad Monk. I don't know if they're like a chain or not, but we have one up here in Northern California. So, this is this was my introduction to Cat Williams. This DVD is maybe from 2006, At least that's the timestamp here. Um, but this was my intro to Cat Williams. And look, I'm not a pimp. I'm not into smoking weed. I do not relate in any way to that kind of stuff. But the moment I watched it, I was like, this is the funniest shit I've seen. And I pretty much have this memorized. I mean, you got the green suit, you got the hair, he gets sweatier and sweatier. I mean, he's so over the top. He was a huge personality on stage, running around, just doing stuff. And I was just like, this is incredible. I love this. And I love that he, like, totally blew up. And so this is big. I have a couple of his other stand-ups already, but I was always struggling to find, like, this one. But they had a few copies there, actually, so that was really cool. So, yeah, this is just, like I said, I have the damn thing memorized. I love it. I love it. I will say, I also went with the intent of finding the original Kings of Comedy, and I saw it, and then I got distracted with this, and because I had to ask my wife, like, oh, which ones do I have already so I don't double dip, and I totally forgot to grab the damn original Kings of Comedy, so I'll have to go back and get that. But and then I found Cat Williams' American Hustle, the movie. This one is the next one of his. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was the next one of his that I watched, and I mean, just as funny. This is when he has the black suit, the black tux, and he comes out to the, every day I'm hustling, hustling, and oh my god, same thing. I have this one memorized. I have that intro for sure memorized. I mean, it is just hilarious. It's so good. So, definitely happy to get these on DVD, because normally I'm end up like trying to YouTube them or find them streaming or something. So now I can just have it on DVD and get it whenever I want. So very happy with those. Now we're gonna totally switch gears from comedy and go down a different path. This DVD is pure childhood nostalgia. When I was a kid, I had already been introduced to many of these characters, but this DVD my dad had, and I would put it on all the time and just watch it over and over, because if I couldn't get or find, this is before streaming, so if I wasn't able to watch like the actual movie, I was gonna watch this compilation. And so this is very important to me, and I had told Johnny that I went through the horror section and I didn't find it, and I was really bummed. They had like a bunch of movies of a similar title, and I couldn't find this, and I was like, damn it. And we kept walking around, and then he saw a section that was compilations. It was compilations of this genre, and so we were like, okay, this is the section it's going to be in. And sure enough, it was there. So happy to have this. This is called Boogeymen, the Killer Compilation. And again, I was already familiar, with Michael Myers and Chucky and Jason and Freddy and Leatherface, but like this came out, looks like it says 2001. So shoot, I'm like 9 years old, and I am just watching this over and over and over again. So it had Pinhead, Freddy Krueger, and then it does tell you like from which movie, right? So you got Hellraiser, you got Nightmare on Elm Street, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ghostface from Scream, Chucky, they went with Child's Play number 2, Candyman from Candyman, Leprechaun from Leprechaun, Simon from The Ugly, that is one that I still have not watched, Wishmaster from Wishmaster, Camilla from The Guardian, I haven't seen that either, Fisherman, I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Dentist, I have not seen that, The Tall Man from Phantasm, Blade from Puppet Master, Norman Bates from Psycho, Jason Voorhees, they chose Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, and end it with the GOAT Michael Myers Halloween. And it says over 3 hours of entertainment. So it basically plays each one of those in order, and it gives you a scene from the movie. Now, I am interested in watching this again because I remember some of them. I don't remember like what scene they chose for all of these guys. I remember for sure, for example, like Chucky, they go with Child's Play 2, and they go with the scene of him killing the teacher when she puts him in the closet, and then he like does the whole ruler tap, thing. I remember that. I want to say Leatherface, they go with the sliding door, which is an epic scene. I'm almost positive that's what they go with, and that like sealed the deal that Leatherface was going to be one of my favorites. But yeah, I don't remember who they go with for all of these, so I'm really excited to watch this one again. I watched this when I was a kid over and over and over, and then like I haven't watched it in decades, maybe. I mean, it's been a long time. Name that frame with over 100 movie stills to test your knowledge. Flicks Facts animated trivia. See, I don't remember if I did all that. I think I did, but now that I've watched a lot of these, I'm definitely I'm gonna go through all of this. I mean, I'm gonna go through the compilation. We're gonna play the games. We're gonna do all of it. So this is, I love this. I'm so happy to have this. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure my dad still has the copy. I just wanted my own. It's sentimental at this point. I mean, this is my childhood right here. This is my introduction into what becomes my favorite movie genre. I mean, I love it, man. I love it. So, lastly, we went to FYE and went around there. Now, let me just take a minute to say that I haven't been to this FYE in probably 6 months to a year. And I'm going to be honest, I was not very happy. The half the store now is t-shirts and knickknacks and all this different stuff and toys and all that kind of stuff. Even FYE has shrunk their physical media section, and I used to really love going to FYE. The reason why I stopped going is because it was dangerous for me, financially. To be honest, I would find all their exclusive steelbooks. I would be buying all their steelbooks. They had all kinds of movies that I was wanting. It was a dangerous place for me to go, and so I did stop going for a while. And it's not like I'm the one person that makes a difference, but now it's like shrunk. The 4K section used to be like an entire row, and now it's like a section in the row, a 4-foot section with a few shelves for the 4K steelbooks. Like, you can't even go there and get like, well, from what I saw, it wasn't like you could even go there and get like brand new movies. And it was just, again, extremely disappointing to see how much it has dropped, because basically now it's like, okay, you can go there for Blu-rays, and the difference between FYE and going to a place like Mad Monk is FYE you're going to pay more because they're brand new. They do have some used, but they're brand new mostly. And then Mad Monk is going to be a bunch of used DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. But honestly, at that point, I'd rather just go there, because I wanted to go to FYE for the brand new movies or the steelbooks or stuff like that, re-releases and whatever, which is what I actually have right here. But yeah, so I know I'm ranting, but hey, that's what Raiders Rants is. And it just, again, is disappointing to see the constant downfall of this physical media that I love. And even at a store like FYE, which I think should be one of the a remaining pillar, and it's not. And that was really a bummer. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna go back, to be honest. There was nothing in there that made me this time be like, I can't wait to come back, because I used to do that all the time. Like, I'm gonna grab 6 of these steelbooks that spend way too much money, and I'm gonna come back in a few months and I'll pick up the others. And now I was like, I found one that I really do like, don't get me wrong, but other than this one, there was nothing. I would have bought a steelbook or something else just because I felt like I had to get something. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's really sad and disappointing. But we're gonna pivot here and be positive. I did get a Steelbook that I really do like. Um, but yeah, so I found Creepshow 4K Steelbook limited edition. Yes, that is how much it costs. But I mean, the look is just outstanding. The primary colors there just pop. I haven't opened it yet, so we're gonna do that right now because that's just the back of it. This is another one from childhood, and I just really love this movie. We got a glizzy pocket knife. This should be courtesy of Caroline, so I've had this for a while. I just forget that I always have it, to be honest. So we're gonna use it to gently cut open the wrapper here. And yeah, let's check out the back of this, because again, I found it odd that like I didn't get to see any of the back here, and then we're gonna open it and see what we got. So let's check this out together. Okay, so just a reminder, that's the front of the Steelbook, and okay, now I see why they completely covered it like that. Whatever. Okay, the front of the Steelbook, outstanding. There's the side, and now let's go ahead and open it. There is no digital code. That is fine. This is very, very cool. So, not only do the discs themselves have some great art on them and scenes from the movie, but you also have this great artwork on the inside. This is a very cool Steelbook. It looks like this is from Shout Factory, so this is awesome. This is why I loved FYE, because I could find stuff like this. Fortunately, this is the only thing that I could find that was like this there this time. But, so yeah, very awesome Steelbook. Love that. But yeah, that is going to be the haul. I am going to wrap this up now so I don't keep rambling. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the haul. If you guys have any standouts here, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Cat Williams OG stand-ups. I thought they were great. And who remembers this and has like watched this over and over and over like I did as a kid? I would be interested to know that. So that's all for me. Till next time, Comic Raider is out, baby. Deuces.